One of the greatest lessons that I learned, having been home for a decade now, it's been 10 plus years that I've been at home, is I do not stay at home. I do not stay at home. I work within the home. And, this position that I have, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's family dynamics are different. Everybody's needs, whether or not there's a spouse or a partner within the home, everybody's situation is just so different that you have to really look in to decide what works best for your family. And, as I was making the decision to start working within the home, there were a lot of variables that I didn't realize. I mean, I truly thought I would have so much more time than what I have. I thought that I would be able to just seamlessly go into the home and I could just handle it all and tackle it all. And that's not the truth. That is not the truth. And, with that being said, we don't know what happens behind closed doors. And, as you and I have continued to elevate and really evolve and decide what our goals and what our legacy will be for our family, there are calls that take place at 8:00 at night. There's last minute client calls. There's last minute,
Last night
would be an example. And
hey, y'all, last night I got in trouble in downtown Clarkston, Michigan, because I pulled my phone out 3 times within 15 minutes while we were having family time. And look, I smile to hide the embarrassment or maybe, guilt. But yes, and every family's different, and that things like that happen so often. So that, again, just really resonates.
Yes. And I think, it isn't a 9-to-5 job at the end of the day. Now, this is for me personally. I know there's a lot of women and men out there that can certainly, that resonates with them. And it isn't. I mean, it's weekends, it's evenings, it's late morning, early mornings. It runs the gamut. So, making the decision though to work within the home was something that I chose to do because I wanted to be the person that influenced my family and my children. I didn't think it would be as hard as it is. That's the honest to God truth. I thought that I would have more time. It would be easier, but it is a job. And at the end of the day, it is a job. And, whether or not you work within the home, whether or not you work outside of the home, or whether or not you work on the home, which I say this frequently and consistently, you are working. You are working. And as women specifically, we need to learn to support one another. And it doesn't matter what that position is, because at the end of the day, not everyone wants to stay to work within the home. That is the truth. Not everyone wants to do that. And, there's a lot of perspectives. You should be grateful. You should this, you should, well, we'll get to that later about the shoulds, right? I never signed a contract with anyone, but I am grateful. But there are women and there are men who want to work outside of the home too. And that doesn't work for their families. So, my one of my biggest lessons was learning that this is a job. And my mentor is the one that taught me that. She corrected me and corrected me and corrected me. She said, you don't stay at home. You work within the home. And the moment that we can start changing that narrative to looking at this position as a job is the moment that things within our life will change. How we choose to make time for ourselves. Why self-care is so important. Why investing in yourself is so important. And taking the time to actually, recharge yourself.